Hi, I'm Katie. I'm the driver of the session, and I'm here with Tom, my navigator. So today in class, we learn chapter 3, which is introducing lust and what is lust in existing elements in a list. So I'm going to do an activity that we can try ourselves. So over here, they want us by 3.1 store names of a few of your friends in a list called names. Print each person's name by accessing each element in the element list one at a time. Okay, so when we go to the code, we can see over here I created the names with three people's names in there. And basically, I wanted to print out in my terminal. So when I run it, it will print out. Over here, we can see the names. And then we've got our greeting. So we will start our list that we used in 3.1 with the friends' names. But instead of just printing each person's name out, we're going to give a message to each person. So when we take a look at what I've done over there, I have my names over there, and then I've got a message for each person. So this message is for Siabonga. I say hello to him. And then to Jesse, I said have a fantastic day. And then to Jade, I said good night. So as we can see it over here, over there. And then we've got, let me just read 3.3 before I go on. So by 3.3, your own list. Think of your favorite mode of transport, such as a motorcycle, car, and make a list that stores several examples. Use your list to print a series of statements about these items, such as I would like to own a Honda motorcycle. So over here, I wrote for cars, I typed out BMW, Audi, Toyota, Honda, and Ford. And then in my message that I want to be printed out in my terminal, I wrote I would like to own car 0, which will be BMW. And as we look into the terminal, I printed it out over here. And then moving on, we've got the guest list. So the following exercises are a bit more complex than those in chapter 2, but they give you an opportunity to use list of the in all of the ways described. 3.4 guest list. If you could invite anyone living or deceased to dinner, who would you invite? Make a list that includes at least 3 people you'd like to invite to dinner. Then use the list to print out a message to each person inviting them to dinner. Okay. So over here, I created the guests with the names. I use the same names, Yabonga, Jesse, and Jade. And then I wrote a message to them saying, hello, I would like to invite you to dinner for each guest. So it starts by 0, which will be Siabonga, number 1 will be Jesse, and number 2 will be Jade. And I wrote print, so we can print the message in my terminal. So as you can see, it says, hello Siabonga, I would like to invite you to dinner. The same with Jesse and the same with Jade. And in 3.5, we have changing the guest list. Okay, so start your program from exercise 3.4, add a print call at the end of your program, starting with the name of the guest who can't make it. Modify your list, replacing the name of the guest who can't make it in the name of the new person you are inviting. Print a second set of invitation messages, one for each person who will still be in your list. Okay, so 3.5. My guests are Siabonga, Jesse, and Jade. This is the original list over here. Let's print this out. This is the original list. And as you can see over here, I made another statement over here that says I can't make it to dinner, and the guest that cannot make it will be Siabonga, which is 0 over here. So Siabonga has to be excluded out of the guest list because he can't make it. So in Siabonga's place, I'm going to add another guest. So over here, I've added James, sorry. So I replace Siabonga with James, as you can see over here. And then For James, I wrote a message to him saying I would like to invite him to dinner. And then print a second invitation of the messages for the people you will still be on your list. So as you can see, I created a list again for all the people that will be there. So over here, I've got 0, 1 and 2. So Siabonga will no longer be here. So this is James instead of Siabonga now. And I printed everything out as you can see over here in the terminal. Siabonga can't make it to dinner. So I invited James over here and I asked James, would you like to come to dinner? So I created a new list with James, Jesse, and Jade. Any questions so far?
No, no, all good.
Okay. And then moving on. Sorry. We've got 3.6 more guests. You just found out you just found a bigger dinner table, so now more space is available. Think of 3 more guests to invite to dinner. Start your program from exercise 3.4, 3.5. At a print, call the end of your program, informing people that you found a bigger table. Use the insert to add 1 new guest to the beginning of your list. Use a 1 guest to add in the middle of the guest. And in a pen, let's print a new set of invitation messages for each person. Okay. It is 3.6. Okay, so over here, this is the original case here, Bonga, Jesse, and Jade. But remember that, just take this away. Siabonga has been replaced with James, so here I am inviting James, Jesse, and Jade, and then I added 2 new people because we found a bigger table, so over here is going to be Sarah and Jason, which I've added um to the beginning of the list, and I added Jason in the middle of our list, as you can see. And then this is me inviting everybody. So this is James, this is um Sarah, Jesse, um Jason, and Jade. I think I'm correct. Am I right so far?
On track. Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got 3.7, shrinking the guest list. Oh, I didn't show you the terminal. Sorry. And then as we can look at the terminal, I've added Sarah. I found a bigger table over here. Sarah, I would like to invite you to dinner. James, I would like to invite you to dinner. Jason, I would like to invite you to dinner. Jesse, I would like to invite you to dinner. And Jade, I would like to invite you to dinner. And then 3.7, shrinking the guest list. You just found out that your new dinner table won't arrive in time for the dinner, and now you have space for only 2 guests. Start your program from exercise 3.6. Add a new line that prints a message saying that you can only invite 2 people for dinner. Use the top pop method to remove guests from the list one at a time until you only have 2 names remaining on your list. Each time you pop a name from your list, print a message saying and letting them know you're sorry you can't invite them to dinner, and then print a message to each of the 2 people that's still on your list, letting them know they are still invited, and then use the delete to remove the last 2 names from your list so you have an empty list. Print your list and make sure you actually have an empty list at the end of your program. Okay, so let me just see something. So here we've got all the people that I was going to invite, but because there's not enough space at the dinner table, I have to get rid of them and give them a message saying that I can only invite 2 people. So first I printed out the message saying sorry we can only invite 2 people to dinner. Um And then over here, I will be using the dot pop method. So the dot pop method will remove each person's name from the table. And as we can see, I use the variable if guest name guest dot pop. Sorry, name dot title. There's no room at the table. So I did this for each of the guests. As you can see, I've gotten. Wait, something's not adding up. Sorry about this. Wait, I'm on track. So I've used the dot pop method to get rid of each
It's okay.
guest that I won't be inviting. And then over here, I have only two guests available that I did not use the dot pop method on. And I told them please come to dinner. And over here I use a delete function, which will delete the guest 2 and guest 0, which was Sarah and Jason. And now the only people that will be invited is Jade and wait, something's not adding up in my code. Jesse, there's not room at the table. We can only get to. It don't make sense. I just done this again. You see
I
something's
think
not making sense here.
you used the if statement, right? You
Pardon?
used if statements for this, right?
Yeah,
I see you used if statements instead.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. It is a longer way to do it, and which still works. I think there's a much
It's
shorter
just
way
a
to do
longer
it.
way.
Sorry?
It's just a longer method that I used. So let me
Yeah,
just try and figure
which still
out.
works.
It works, but
But yeah, I think with because here we're working with essentially what we want to use is for loops, and I can just quickly check.
it was 12.9 degrees come to dinner.
So yeah, I think to print wait, which exercise is this again?
Um, 3.7.
3.7.
Because two people check out on the
So
table. Jesse and James. Wait, listen. No, wait, I think I'm right. I don't see. Because
yes,
see, here in the terminal it says to all the other people there's no room in the table, but over here it says please come to dinner for 0 and 1.
yeah. So it still prints all of the what's this? All of the values in the
Mm.
list, right? Okay, still yeah. So it still gets the same
So
result.
it's right.
Yeah,
So it just
I think it's a longer method, but yeah, it still gets the result in the terminal.
okay, I think it was my mistake. Sorry about that. Um so I'll just continue because I see my thing is right. Then we've got the delete case. So basically over here, what the delete function does in this code, it will delete the items that we don't want. So we in our question use delete to remove the last two names from your list. So basically we want to delete number 2 and 0. So that deleted the people's names and they do not appear in our terminal because they were deleted. Does it make sense?
It really does, yeah.
And that is it for chapter 3.